Something's not right here. Are we in the series Snickers Cup series?
I thought we were.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm very confused right now.
Interesting. We're still on. Hello, guys.
Oh,
Welcome to the NNSCRA T Mobile Cup series here at Indianapolis for race number 9 of the season so far. Joining me is the guy, NNSCRA Seth Cole.
hi everybody, and thanks for
Sorry, we
having me.
tried to throw a curveball at you.
Yeah.
Normally, me and him, we probably do Indianapolis. You're probably wondering, okay, why am I hosting and Seth isn't? This is weird. Yes, I know. I'm trying to throw the curveball. I hope you're getting a little confused for those who follow NSCRA.
Yeah, but the one thing that remains constant is there's definitely still that Huggies zone over there out of 4, so.
No doubt about it. Oh
Absolutely.
man, I hope you guys that are in the NSCRA too. I hope you guys got confused, just going like, what in the world? Oh, beautiful. On the pole, let's get to our starting lineup. Is Devin Becker. Second is Cole Daly. Third, Chase Carpenter. Fourth, Dylan Young. Fifth, Pichu London. Sixth, RJ Bishop. Seventh, Chris Washer. Eighth, Michael Norman. Ninth, James Qualls. Completing the top 10 is Jake Baskinger. Here's the rest of your starting lineup at Indianapolis. And on the final row, we have Joshua Collard and Cody Hagan. So, Seth, obviously you've used this trick many times, and you've done this countless seasons in your NSCRA series. What's going to be the one thing to keep an eye on heading into this race?
Well, the number one thing is that this is a track that carries high speeds, but not nearly as much banking in the turns. So these drivers are going to have to be very careful when they go in, especially to turn 1 and into turn 3, when they carry all the speed from the front and back straightaways, because a lot of times, especially here at Indy, a lot of times we always have really good track conditions. We don't have any rain. It's always nice and sunny. That's going to cause a lot of heat buildup in those turns, and that's going to cause these cars to slide up. So if they try attempting 3 wide, they better hope they've got enough grip and that they've got enough smarts to kind of roll out of the throttle a little bit when they head into that corner, or else we're going to end up with a huge wreck.
Yeah, when we did test races, turn 2, the exit of turn 2, we've had issues there, and the entrance of turn 3, that's where we've had issues. So we'll see how it will be. Devin Becker, this is his first pole this season, and you're really looking into this Devin Becker guy. This is a guy that you've seen a few times, but it's going to be very interesting to see, though.
Yeah, a lot of times when a driver comes in and he faces off on a lot of other people that have a lot of Enter 2003 experience, it can kind of make him feel intimidated. Devin Becker is not one of those people. He's one of those guys that has come in with a purpose that he's going to make a name for himself. He's going to show that he can race with these guys, and starting here on the pole, that's quite a statement that he's making.
All right, as the pace car dives down the pit road, here we go. Green flag is out here in Indianapolis. Now, Seth, real quickly, who's your pick?
When we come to Indianapolis, I don't know. It always seems like sometimes you end up seeing Trent Dunham jumping up there towards the front of the field. So, the numbers don't lie. And I think that Trent Dunham, if he can put himself in a good position here with about maybe 3 to go, we could see him up there in victory lane.
Ooh, I hate cutting you off because that was a close call
Yeah,
right
it
there.
was.
And needless to say, Trent Dunham has basically had the season to remember. Not only did he win the Daytona 500, he's won at his home track of Texas. He's
Absolutely,
basically
but
having the
he's got a
season to
task
remember.
working his way up from the rear of the field today.
And so far, we're keeping it green too, which is very surprising. So that's a good thing to see. And obviously, Dunham, he started like 37th, and there goes Mongold and then Collard.
Oh boy, there they go. Oh boy.
I hope Collard didn't. Oh, he just spun out the pit road. Well, and the caution is going to be out.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they were going to throw a caution for that or not, because that was down very close to that lane where drivers indicate they're coming to pit road, and so I wasn't sure if they were going to throw a yellow for that or not, but apparently they have.
I'm going to say, though, for my pick, though, honestly, you may want to keep an eye on this guy right here, Jake Baskinger. This is a guy who won in the Outback Series, the inaugural race here in Indianapolis, and he almost won Season 3. This is going to be a guy to keep an eye on. He's got good Indianapolis experience in my series, so best of luck to him.
And he's got himself a nice spot up here, up in the, I believe it's the 8th position, so...
Eighth indeed.
Just has to stay inside the top 10. He'll be within striking distance.
Devin Becker, he is your leader at the caution right now as we're on lap 2 of 24. Let's take a look at our first caution of today's race. Well, we're back, and this is what happened. Keep your eyes on the 29 of Austin Mongold. He's going to bounce off the wall, turn 4 right there. Car slides down into the 43 of Collard. Collard goes around, and the lucky thing about Collard, he just does a perfect spin and doesn't get any damage whatsoever.
I can't tell you the number of times I've seen drivers get into each other off of 4 like that, and the car that spins towards pit road either hits driver's side or passenger side, T-boning that pit wall that separates pit road from the racetrack. Collard dodging a major bullet right there that he was not, that he didn't make any impact with that. Very rarely do you see a driver spin out off of 4 and not make some contact with either that steel guardrail or the pit wall.
He does make a little contact right there with the wall right there, but I think these guys, they're just, when you get one lap in, you're not really full speed, you're just getting them warmed up, so that's a lucky break for Collard.
Yeah, and not only that, but going to your point right there, to branch off of that, the tires are still rather slick because they haven't gotten as many laps on them. And I think what happened with Mongold is when he got that high off of turn 4, he got up there into the marbles. There's no grip up there, and you add that with the slicker tires, there was no way that he was going to keep that thing from bouncing off the wall.
Caution is out, though, for the first time today here at Indianapolis. Devin Becker, he is your leader. Let's take you back to the green. Pace car's giving us the 1 lap to go, and there are no drivers that retired out of the race after that small incident taking place on turn number 4. So that's a good thing there, but some strange reason, Jessica Shelton took a pit stop, and Austin Mongold took another pit stop, but he only did it to repair his damage. I don't know what happened with Shelton. I didn't see anything what happened with her.
No, I didn't either.
Very strange.
Yeah,
Devin Becker, he's your leader, followed by Cole Daly, Chase Carpenter in 3rd, Peachy Lund in 4th, RJ Bishop 5th, Dylan Young 6th, Chris Washer 7th, Jake Baskinger 8th, Joseph Lombard 9th, and completing the top 10 is Austin LaPlante. Top 20 is James Qualls, Alan Cavagnaro, Michael Norman, Nick Smith, Tony Blazer, Mark Hulbert, Jeff James, Nick Pericles, Chris Dollarton, and Cody Lamas. That's your top 20. Top 30 is Dylan Thoreau, Anthony McCurry, Preston Flord, Seth Cole, Charles Jackson, Jeffrey Finguy, Justin Talonpass, PJ Williams, Dylan Pote, and Joshua Balkin. And needless to say, though, McCurry, he didn't have a good qualifying spot, but he's in the 22nd position. He's a good Indianapolis racer, too, especially in the NNSCRA side. So, is this a guy to keep an eye on in the later stages if we see a big wreck up in the front?
Certainly could be. I mean, a lot of times Indianapolis will surprise you. I had a race where the top 3 wrecked. The driver who was running 4th ended up winning the race on the final lap. So, Indianapolis, it's a track you just cannot predict until the checkered flag waves.
As the green flag is back out, Becker has led every lap so far, but that will not last long because Cole Daly got a good run coming in off turn 1, and he's going to wait to make the move. Now Chase Carpenter, no, he stays in line. Now Cole Daly is going to make a move to the inside. No, wow, I'm actually surprised by these front runners. Oh, I just saw a car get hooked. I don't know who it was.
Was that the 22? I think it was the 22.
I think that may have been the 22. I
think he got hooked by the 7. I'm not certain.
I'm not certain either. Oh, and Blazer's going to slap the wall. Whoa! A little crazy there. I'm just going to double check the back real quickly, but first. Okay. And the caution is out. Oh, we got a call around. That's Balkin. Eric Burton's smoking. And uh-oh. Oh, Sheldon. Oh, Burton.
Oh, wow. That's a ton of them there that have gotten a lot of damage.
I saw Balkin around. I saw Burton with smoke. And I was just checking to see if there was anyone else. I think it was just a small hook between the 22 car and I believe the 7 at the time.
Yep, I think you're right.
But Devin Becker, wow, I'm surprised, but he's just led every lap so far, and he got very lucky because Daly looked like he would have gotten the pass there.
Yeah, and I was wondering just exactly how race these guys were going to get, because remember, they only ran about a lap and a half on these tires, and so they were still rather cool there under the pace lap, and apparently we still got those slick conditions out there, and this time a much bigger wreck than the last time.
This caution is helping Devin Becker big, but can he hold on to win the race? He is your leader, so we're approaching a third of the race. As we're on lap 7, heading to lap 8, let's look at what happened to Tony Blazer real quickly, and then to Eric Burton. Well, we're back, and this is what happened. Joshua Balkin, Nila Poti, Justin Talpath entering 3 wide in turn 3. Talpath's going to slap the wall, goes into Poti, into Balkin. Balkin goes very low into the track, and obviously what comes down must come back up. And I think, who's he going to hit? Was it Burton?
I think he's going to come right up in front of the 6.
Oh, yeah, he nails Burton, and Ian Dudda gets a piece of it. I didn't see Dudda get involved, but I think Dudda should be fine. I don't think you should be too worried about Dudda there. Burton's car is smoking, so we got our first retiree.
And then Burton ended up, I believe, also getting hooked coming to pit road. He got spun by the 29.
Actually, the 21. I think Sean was trying to get out of pit road, and then, yeah, the 29.
Yeah, I think what happened there was the 29 was actually trying to stay on track. Burton wanted to come to pit road, and so 29's coming up, the 10's coming down, and, they were just in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. Miscommunication can happen, and unfortunately, it can just result in weird stuff going on where sometimes you can see cars in that pit wall, and as you can see, Burton retired out of the race in dead last. So tough break for Eric Burton. That's our first retiree of the race. Caution is out, though. Devin Becker is your leader. Let's take you back to the green. Pace car is giving us the 1 lap to go. Drivers out of the race after an incident. They involve only Eric Burton as we're on lap 10 of 24. Seth, a calm race what we're seeing so far.
I'll tell you, I have been actually quite impressed with the way that we still have 41 of our original 42 drivers still on track. Of course, we have been under 2 cautions. The first one only a 2-car spin, and the second one, quite honestly, when you think about it, in that area of the racetrack, a lot of times you'd expect a lot more drivers to get involved. So, we have had wrecks, but they've not been those kind of wrecks that are just going to take anybody that's involved out of the event. So, it's been a race the driver's been able to survive, and the more drivers on track, the even more exciting the race is going to be as it comes down here to the closing stages.
And the funny thing I forgot to mention, too, was that we didn't encounter the big one at Indianapolis, and I know we've seen it plenty of times in yours, and a few in mine. So the question is this. Judging by how these drivers have been today, will we see that happening?
I think we are going to see it, yes, because I wanted to see how these guys were going to race on that last restart because they were going to be lined up single file rather than when they were double wide coming to the initial green flag, and they went all out again just like they did when we started this race. I think you're going to see the exact same 110% out of these guys here, and somebody's going to make a mistake, and I think we are still destined to see that big one.
As the green flag is back out yet again, Becker leads still. He has led every lap. This is impressive by a driver here who you've seen before and heard of, but has not been in your series yet. Is this going to be a guy to keep an eye on in the near future for you? As I believe there's a little... Oh! RJ Bishop got into the wall there. As I forgot to mention the top 10, it was Becker, Daly, Carpenter, London, Young, Washer, Baskinger, Bishop, LaPlante, and Joseph Lombard that completed your top 10. Carpenter's going to move into second, Peach into third, and Daly's losing spots now.
Yeah, he is. He's not going to lose one to his teammate there. But going to answer your question about Becker, let's not forget, too, that the cautions flags have been his best friend. Not to say that he hasn't been holding off these guys when we get under these restarts, but he has led most of these laps under the caution flag. So it's going to be nice to see, as we see he's got a little bit of a gap here between himself and those 2 teammates behind him.
And we actually stayed green. Wow, we finally got a green flag lap in. Thank God.
Yeah, right.
And we're at the halfway point. Dylan Young's also coming on in, the 3M Ford for Roush. And I'll tell you something, too, and you've noticed this, too. Roush has been doing very good this season. They got Young, who's been doing very well in points, top 5. Trent Dunham, he's won 2 races this season. Cody Lawless, a well-known veteran in our Tesla 3 community. You also got Momo Akari, the surprise underdog, the points leader that's in the points. And then you also got Kyle Thomas, a well-known guy in the series. He's also doing well. That's like a dream team you kind of think it would be, right?
Yeah, you're right. It absolutely is. Which it kind of surprised me. We only see one of those Roush cars up here right now. But then again, it's looking like we are going to go into a possible, and I keep my fingers crossed on that word, possible long green flag run, which means we're going to get to see now who the strongest cars are here as they try and work their way up here to the front near the closing stages. And whoa, wow, Dylan Pote, Jessica Sheldon, they really got almost three wide back there.
Mongold. Oh, we got a wreck up on 2. I don't know. I think that was Mills. Mills, I think, is around. Is the caution out? No, it is not.
Nope. Sometimes they split in that area and they don't throw cautions.
How did they split him through the middle that close? Jeez.
Wow.
You really want the caution? Oh, God. What are these guys doing? Oh, Seth Cole in the wall.
These guys are getting a little racy now, and
yeah, we were checking on trying to find our other Roush.
Getting greater and greater.
Yeah, we're checking on our other Roush drivers. So far, from what we know of, there's where Kyle Thomas is. He's running in the 26th position. Akari, he's running the 22nd position. Dunham's 21st. But Curry and Lamas hit the wall. Lamas at the time was 16th. And we know where Young is right now. So, very interesting day that Roush is having. The breakaway this is. Chase Carpenter. This is a guy also this is a guy you've never heard of before, and you've noticed he's doing very well so far. In the second position, trying to hold off Pichu London as he scraped the walls. The caution is out. This is a guy that's really been interesting in today's race so far.
It has, and he hasn't had the fortune that Becker has of being out in front. He's actually had to fight tooth and nail with Cole Daly and Pichu London, a couple of others that have come right up to his back bumper, and he's holding his ground pretty well.
He is indeed, and that caution is out, and Becker's got a good car. You have to admit it. That Aaron's Dream Machine is being the dream machine.
You're right. I mean, I wanted to see him here when we started having these green flag laps logging. I wanted to see if he was going to be able to keep his car out in front. He does have one mighty strong piece, and that's probably why he started on the pole.
And it looks like Shelton, Seth Cole, and Joshua Balkin are the cars involved in the caution. Mongold's got damage. And that's a tough break right there, and Balkin's going to be out of the race, and I think Seth is going to be out as well. That's a tough break for both those drivers right there.
Yeah, and a number of those drivers you just mentioned, we saw them in pretty testy three-wide situations there during that run. So
and Seth Cole, he
one of those
slapped
moves
the wall
may have
too.
caused something.
We'll have to see what happened as we're coming in with less than 10 laps to go. Let's take a look. We brought ourselves our third caution of the race after a good green flag run. We're back, and man, I can tell you what, Austin Mongold's not having a good day so far. Seth Cole is just barely going to get into Sheldon right there. Gets into Austin Mongold off of 2. They going to go into the wall. Seth Cole gets a piece of it right there. Joshua Balkin runs right into Seth Cole, who's going to shoot up on the track with no more contact from Seth. And oh man, pounds the wall right there. That's a tough break right there. Ian Dutta, that's Mongold's teammate, gets a little contact from Mills and runs into the 29 right there. Dutta does a great job avoiding it.
Yeah, he does.
And those are the cars that were involved in the wreck. And man, Pote looked like he was going to make it through, but Mills was right there, so he had nowhere to go.
Yep, and the tough break for Balkin is I don't think we've seen that car on the inside line all day. He's been stuck on that outside line, and for the second time today, that's coming back to hurt him.
And that's a tough break. 6 cars involved, and I think the worst end of it's going to be Balkin and probably Seth Cole. They're probably going to be out of the race. We know Balkin officially is out of the race now, but I don't know about Seth Cole yet, but I think he is going to be.
Yeah, that damage looks terminal.
But the caution is out. Devin Becker, that's going to be the main story right there. He is your leader. He has led every single lap. Can he hold on and lead every lap and win the race? We'll see. Caution is out right now. Let's take you back to the green. Pace car's giving us still 1 lap to go. Drivers out of this race after this incident involved Joshua Balkin and Seth Cole. 39 cars remain on the track, and we're getting to this closing stage of Indianapolis, and this is where it gets very interesting.
Yeah, we've seen them battle tooth and nail for that second position. The big question is, can anybody get up there and challenge Becker, who has dominated this race from start to this point, for that win?
And I've noticed, too, is that the top 6 at this point, they pulled away from, or top 7, rather, they pulled away from the field, and it, separated into small packs. But now, because it's back as a caution, how's the pack going to be? I mean, who knows what to expect?
Yeah, I know, you're right. I mean, Michael Norman, Cavanaro, they were like all by their lonesome, and then there was a second pack behind them. The top seven, as you said, they had split away. I don't know just exactly. It doesn't look like passing is really working too well here today. The outside line getting just as good a run as the inside line, so.
It's very interesting. Devin Becker, he's your leader, followed by Pichu London, Jake
Normally when we come
Bassinger.
here to Indy, if you're running back in the 6th, 7th, 8th position with about 5 to go.
And apologize for Seth's little lag right there on Skype, so sorry about that, folks. But anyway, as we're approaching 6 laps to go at the stripe, Devin Becker, can he hold on and win his first career NNSCRA T Mobile Cup Series victory? Here we go. Green flag is out here in Indianapolis. And Pichu London got a good start. Baskinger didn't. This is a good chance for Pichu to try to get that lead. This is going to be interesting to see. And Carpenter, he's trying to peak for third. And he's really not getting that run. And now Pichu's going to go to the inside for the lead. First challenge all day for Devin Becker. And that is going to be huge for Pichu London. The U.S. Army 8 Chevrolet looking for his first win of the season. As we apologize for some connection between me and Seth. Hopefully it will get fixed. As we'll take a very quick commercial break so we can get Seth back in. Don't go away. Stay tuned as, well, the caution is out. Well, that did not last long. And Pichu London is going to be your leader at the stripe. Second is Baskinger. Oh, boy, this is going to be interesting. And we'll see how many laps to go. And Trent Dunham, Anthony McCurry involved. Kyle Thomas. Those look like they're the 3 involved. Caution's out. Pichu London's your leader. I think with that handful of laps to go, I think Pichu may have won it. Let's take a look at that caution, though. Welcome back as we got Seth back from the little problem, but here's what happened. Teammates Trent Dunham and Momo Akari contact right there into Finguy. You see behind them McCurry and Hagen into the wall. McCurry slapped into Hagen. But Dunham goes around, and obviously this is a classic thing in Indianapolis. They slide down, and they come back up, and Finguy, I believe, he avoids this wreck. And again, I could be wrong. Oh, wow. Oh, McCurry's going to get involved, and Finguy does get away from that mess, and Kyle Thomas, and luckily we've been having these small incidents. Finguy got very lucky off that, but tough break from McCurry, Dunham, and Kyle Thomas, and it's not been going well for Dunham. Not good qualifying start, and unfortunately it's not going to hurt. But we got to go to Pichu London. He probably made the move of the century because, you know, we're on lap 20 of 24 with that caution. Pichu got a good run, and, well, remember in the beginning of the race where he couldn't get enough of that run? He finally got it, coming off 2, and he gets the run to get the pass, and this may be the move to win the race.
It could very well be, you're right. I mean, we saw him battling hard for second place this entire race, and finally gets an opportunity to go for P1, and he capitalized on it perfectly.
That was amazing. And Becker, he fell back to 4th place, I believe. That's unbelievable. So that's a tough
you get
break
caught on
for
that high side, it's very difficult to get the grip.
Yeah, you can see it right there. He actually fell back to 5th, rather. But the caution is out. Pichu London. Did he win this race? We're about to find out right now and see how many laps to go we got. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we have just gotten word that hold your horses. It's going to be a one-lap shootout to determine the winner of this race. Oh boy, this is going to get good.
Classic shootout at Indy.
This is going to get interesting. I can guarantee you the 2 guys that are going to be battling for that win are in the top 2, Pichu London and Jake Baskinger. But stranger things can happen, and who knows? That 00 could come out of nowhere and get that win. So I doubt it, but you never know. And also, keep an eye on this guy right here, Jace Carpenter. If these 2 make a mistake, he'd be the next one in line.
Yeah, you never know. It's Indy.
Exactly. Drivers out of the race after that incident, and they involved Trent Dunham, Anthony McCurry, Kyle Thomas, and Austin Mongol and Tony Blazer retired out of the race. I think they were in the stack-up issue, so... And that's a tough break right there. But this is where it gets interesting. Excuse me, I got a yawn. Seth, we've seen some of these situations before. I mean, they have come, but you remember a crazy one last season. That was interesting in the Snickers Cup Series.
Yes, indeed.
Can it somewhat be like that?
You know, the lineup we got here from first on back, as far as I would say 5th place, I think we're in for one really good finish. I don't think you can give this win over to Pichu London just yet because 4 turns, it's a pretty big track. There's a lot of opportunity for mistakes. I think anybody still in this top 5 has a shot at it.
And needless to say, too, my pick is in second. I am amazed how my pick is doing. He's trying to get this win. Green flag is out, and Pichu London gets a good start.
He got a good jump.
I think that jump may have just got him that win, but you never know. We got 4 turns to go as the white flag also has been given.
Now, here's the thing, though. Jake Baskinger, he is still close enough to get the rear wind off the back of that 8. That's a jet stream he can use to maybe close back on the back bumper of the Army Chevy.
Oh, look at that. He is all over that bumper of the 8 car.
He's got to make a move, but the 01 wants to make a move on him.
I think if I were Carpenter, I'd wait to make that move. Becker's going to go for 4th. Baskinger's running out of time. He's got to get a good run. But Pichu London.
Got to do it before turn 4.
Coming to turn 4.
Too late.
Is Baskinger going to get a chance? Oh, look at the run!
Here he goes!
Contact and they're going to keep it together. And Pichu London, off the final turn, is going to come over and win the Brickyard 400s. He's going to kiss the bricks.
Wow.
And Baskinger nearly took him out.
He nearly did. I mean, that was textbook move right there. Try and move the driver up the track. Try and get him to scrape the wall off of 4.
Oh,
he
we got a wreck.
Almost hooked him, but that was a beautiful move by Baskinger. It almost worked for him.
As that was Hagan, Mason Wood, Jake Rogers. They were involved in the wreck. I think Shelton may have gotten involved in Collardon. Oh, Cole Daly.
Oh, wow, that's a tough break for Cole Daly.
Daly, wow, he fell out to 28.
Run. Man.
We're going to have to quickly look at what happened. Whoa, they're just like scattering around. I don't know why. That was weird. That's a tough break there, but nonetheless, congratulations to Pichu London. Baskinger so close, and what's up with the 83? I think he may have got a tire down there.
He could. I don't know.
That was weird. Let's take a look.
Oh, we know he made a little contact with that left rear of the 8. He may have actually He may have a right front down.
But man, that was a good move, though. You have to admit that was, I think, undoubtedly one of the craziest moves we've seen on a battle for the win.
That's the only move Baskinger could have made at that point in time.
Oh man, and that was kind of the same spot what happened where we've had our other cautions, and this is what happened right here. Coming off of turn number 3 right here, Mason Wood, minding his own business there. Cody Hagan in the 42 is going to make some contact with the Bull 1 Dodge. And the Dodges are going to take each other out. Keep an eye on Jake Rogers in the 19 right there. Same situation what we've seen the other 2 cautions where the cars would slide on down and come back up. Oh, Hagan just immediately comes back up into Collard, into Daly. Ooh, he pounds that wall right there too and goes on his side. And Wood, oh, he just takes out Rogers in the process. And I've been very surprised how the racing has been where when we had wrecks, the big one has not taken out, but nonetheless, though, very interesting racing, though, by these drivers.
Yeah, you're right. These guys, they put on quite a show here. I mean, it was crazy from start to finish. We did have these wrecks that took place, but that didn't take away from the battle up front.
Yeah, there's Pichu London across the stripe. We gotta see that move with Baskinger. Just, I'll tell you something. For a minute, I thought Baskinger was gonna get him. You look at it again. Baskinger gets a good run off the turn. Like, this is a good run. And look at right there, contact on the 8 car. This is a move where you see it perfectly going frame by frame. He could have turned him and put him around. Even into the pit wall, too, if he could.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I wouldn't have blamed him to do that, but, you know, the thing that London had to be careful of was that he did not try and throw a block. If he had tried and thrown a block on that 83 coming out of 4, there's no way that the 83 would have let him do that, and he would have hooked Pichu London around. So Pichu, tremendous patience there to just keep his car up there as high as he could, keep it off the wall, and man,
that was a
those
good move.
I mean, look at that, right there. Right there, any other normal circumstances, you would have seen a driver spinning towards the pit road.
I think Pichu must have felt that and was trying to hang on to that car, but there you see right there, crosses the stripe as the winner. He is going to be kissing the bricks today.
Yep, and that was a great job of defensive driving by Pichu London.
So let's look at your top 10 rundown, and here it is right now. Peachy London, he's your winner. Jake Baskinger had it. He could have taken out Peachy London. I mean, if I were Baskinger, I would have probably done it. He will end up second, though. Solid day for him. This is going to help him out in points. Chase Carpenter, this is going to help him big. He's going to end up third. Devin Becker, the man who dominated the whole race, minus for about 6 laps. Still a very good finish for him. He will end up fourth. Tough break. I thought he was going to be the favorite to win this race. Fifth was Dylan Young. Sixth, Chris Washer. Seventh, Boston LaPlante. Eighth was Alan Cavagnaro. Ninth was Michael Norton. Clean the top 10 is Nick Pericles as we look at the rest of the field there. And you see some interesting names that finished in the top 20. Dylan Thoreau, Joseph Lombard, James Qualls, Charles Jackson, Nick Smith, Mark Holbert, PJ Williams, Cody Lamas, Chris Dollarton, RJ Bishop. And Bishop, who's been involved in many wrecks, he's going to get a top 20, so this is a good break for him. And then the 21st on down to 30th, they include Justin Telepass, Dylan Pote, Momo Akari, Jeffrey Finguy, LJ Mills, Jeff James, Preston Plore, Cole Daly, Ian Dutta, and Joshua Collard. And then the rest of the drivers who finished the race that were on the lead lap was Jessica Shelton, 31st, and then retired out of the race, Mason Wood, Cody Hagan, Jake Rogers, Tony Blazer, Austin Mongold, Kyle Thomas, Anthony McCurry, Trent Dunham, Seth Cole, Joshua Balkin, and Eric Burton, all out of the race.
And not quite the dominant day for Roush Fenway, too, that we talked about having such a great season. The only driver for them to finish inside the top 10, Dylan Young.
Yeah, Young actually finished up very well in the 5th position. And you look at the other drivers that were in there. Momo Akari ended up 23rd. Lamas, he ended up 18th. And then the other two Roush cars, Thomas and Dunham, they ended up 39th. And as my seeing is not going as well again. Great. Good fail. But you get what I'm trying to say. Not good days right now for Roush. But they'll try to get that fixed where we're heading into our next race, which will be Daytona Under the Lights. Seth, thank you so much for coming over, and look forward to seeing you in the main NNSCRA booth for the Snickers Cup Series race. This should be very interesting.
Absolutely. That's going to be coming up quite a way still on the schedule. It's a chase race, but yep, looking forward to that because Indianapolis, it's a track that is almost like Talladega. You never know what's going to happen. Always brings about some exciting event.
5+ seasons, too, that will be, too. So that will be an exciting event. Hope you guys tune into that. That'll be very exciting. And you will miss an exciting show if you don't see it there. But
and you won't get any free Huggies.
Yes, exactly. Free Huggies for life. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this race, be sure to give it a like. Comment beneath your thoughts on this race. Subscribe to be a part of the NRSL. Also, I'll give a link out for those who want to sub to Seth's channel. For those that haven't, I'll give a link out to his channel for those who want to sub. Currently, the NNSCRA Last of Us Light Series, Oreo Truck Series, Mobile One Cup Series, and the Snickers Cup Series are underway right now. And Snickers, I believe, at the time of this recording, is going to head over to Talladega soon, and that should be very interesting there.
That's right. We go to Talladega, then we go to Charlotte, then Dover, and then we're already halfway through the season, getting ready for All-Star Race weekend.
So it's going to be quite a season to be interesting for the NCRA. So hope you guys tune in for that. And one last time, thank you, Seth, for coming over.
Thank you for having me.
I'm DeYoung, and congrats one last time to Peachy London on the great victory. And we leave Seth final words of wisdom.
Pichu London should have gotten turned, but that's okay.
Good enough. Huggies for life. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.
Huggies for life, yes.
Yingling.